Welcome to Spirit Knocks for Brooklyn Mosaic. This is part 2 of Synchronicities. I was talking to you all about I was in a meditation, and I was really about to get into the meditation. I might have been about 10 minutes in, and I started to see purple, and I was hearing a tap at my bedroom window, and I'm like, here go these birds. But then I'm like, you know what, let me check, because there's always a message, right? Like I said, no coincidences, synchronicities. So I get up, and it's the same bird. I believe it was the same bird. It's the same kind of bird that was in the living room. But this time, it's facing my window, and my windows are reflective. But oftentimes, once the birds hear me speaking, they fly away. This time, this bird was right at the bottom corner of my window, and it was just sitting there. And I went really close to the window, and I spoke softly, and I was just like, welcome, are you a visitor, or do you have a message for me? And the bird just kind of turned its head, literally just turned its head like this. And I was like, is it you? Are you here to see me? And the bird did like this, y'all. One eye. I ain't never seen no bird close one eye. I never seen a bird wink. Okay? So I just kept talking. And I was like, sis, if it's you heard what we said, and we're going to do what we said. You will be venerated. And the bird literally did like this, like it was trying to almost cry, or it opened its mouth up while I was talking. It just sat there like it didn't know what to do as a bird. It was deep. And I just kept talking. I was like, we love you. I'm sorry this happened to you. And we are going to spread the message. We are going to venerate your name. And the bird just stayed there. And it stayed a while. And I just sat by the window with it. It didn't fly away. And then after a while, it flew away. After it flew away, I put some breadcrumbs out there, which I don't generally do. But I always feel bad when they come. I feel like I should be putting something out. And I did. I put some breadcrumbs out. And, that's just one example. Like, I've given you 2 other examples of, all the synchronicities that involve this same situation. But my synchronicities run so deep that I can even talk about my aunt transitioned about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And this is my mother's eldest sister. We weren't very close. She lived in Virginia. I lived in New York. And now I'm here, of course. And it wasn't something where we called each other on a regular basis. But she and my mom were very close. They talked almost every day. They sent each other books. They sent each other cards. And I knew my mom loved her sister. So when my aunt passed away, I reached out to my cousins to let them know, I heard about their mom passing. I wanted to send my regards. And I hope they're okay. You're never ready, no matter how old you are, to lose your parent, right? So when I go to send my cousin a message on Facebook, there's a message from me from February. You know how you leave a voicemail message? And apparently on February of 2022, I sent my cousin a message saying I had a dream. And in this dream, my aunt was in the airport, and I had my younger niece, who's grown now with her own set of twins. And we were pulling through the airport, because that was the last time I saw my aunt, was when I took my niece to meet her. But we were in the airport, and I said to my aunt, where are you going? What are you doing here? And she was with some other ladies that I didn't know. And she got up and hugged me, and I hugged her. And she said she was going to see my mom. Now, mind you, my mom has transitioned over 10 years now. And I was like, oh, okay. But I said it like it was normal, oh, okay. And I go to get on the plane, and the lady tells me, absolutely not. You cannot get on this plane. And I'm like, what do you mean? I have my ticket. And she says, no, your ticket, I don't remember the date, y'all. But she told me that the numbers on my date were backwards. It wasn't the right numbers. If I think about the numbers, it probably is the year when I am supposed to transition, but I can't remember. So at the moment, I didn't even argue with the woman. I just was like, okay, we can't get on. We leaving. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I took my niece and we just exited the airport. That was a message I left my cousin, that your mom said she was going to see my mom. And that was in February of 22. And now here we are in October. We're in November, but this happened October of 22 is when my aunt transitioned. So I take these synchronicities very seriously. My premonitions come to me in dreams. They come through me through signs, symbols, and synchronicities, the 3 S's. And that's why I'm sharing them with you all. Actually, I'm talking to you all about my mom, and this is a pair of earrings that I made in dedication to her because she had this tattoo on the inside of her ankle. So I've made a lot of earrings representing the women and to be named after the women in my family. Now here's my aunt transitioning, so you know I got a pair of earrings for her name as well. Y'all will get introduced to them as I start building up this store. But signs, symbols, and synchronicities, y'all. So here's a symbol, right, representing mom. But this is what I'm talking about. So pay attention. They're all around you, and it may be things that you're just overlooking. Okay? In the next video, we're going to talk about how to identify your abilities. Thank you. You're always welcome. And I'm so grateful that you joined me for Spirit Knocks for Brooklyn Mosaic. Blessings.